repeat trades.
Real trades, real talk.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we had a gap up, and it was a gap and go, but I did not trade very well. Unfortunately. I didn't stick with the position. I lost money today when I should have made money. So yeah, it didn't work out very well for me, unfortunately. But that's why I make these videos, to hold myself accountable, to analyze my performance, so I can learn these mistakes, learn these lessons, and avoid them from happening again. Okay, so I'm going to analyze starting from right to left, or left to right, because that is how I see the market develop. That is the best way to analyze my trades. And yeah, so we had a breakout to the high on the last bar of the day right before the market opened. So I bought long, and I put my stop loss below bar 284 here. And then this bar, the first bar of the day, was a hammer up bar. It came down, stopped me out exactly, unfortunately, and then went up. Then it consolidated, and then it broke the top, and I said, okay, I like this. I'm going to try for a long again. I put my stop below, move up. I took some profits off, and I got out of the position. And why did I do this? Well, kind of emotions, honestly. Let's look at MNQ. Basically, I was looking at MNQ and thinking, wow, if I would have tried that first trade on MNQ with my stop loss here, or even down here, but even here, super tight, on bar 288, this breakout, I could have risked from 64 up to 84, so I risked 20 points, so 40 points a contract. And this went up and moved up so much. It moved up like over 100 points in the time that the MES barely moved up like 7. So I was kind of bummed out. I was like, all right, this just sucks. I missed out on a really big move on MNQ. And MNQ, there was just such good action pre-market. I mean, it moves up and it flags, and you could buy that long. Flags again, buy that long. And guess what happens, guys? At this point, I'm thinking, okay, there's a big gap underneath. I guess there was not really any gap on MNQ. On MES, there was a much bigger gap between. Or sorry. If we get rid of the pre-market and we just look at the market, there is a pretty big gap for both. So there's a pretty big gap, and yeah, I'm just bummed because I missed out. It came up and it flagged here in bar 18. Great place to buy. This isn't like, I want to avoid ranges, right? But this isn't. It's kind of a range, but this is really like a flag. This is an ABC pattern. This is a good time for it to push up and go longer. Okay. So yeah, you could have just targeted a measured move. So as big as this move up was, 570 up to 720 or 730, we'll just say 150 points. You could have just targeted 150 points from here. So 700, you could have targeted 850. Never would have hit, but you could have just drawn a line from like here, 600 up to that measured move. You basically want, it's a kind of an approximation. It's an art and a science to technical analysis, but as big as this move is, you can target a similar move up here. And yeah, I mean, you could have got 100 points from here to here. But the best move of the day, which we missed, was here. in the open, and I should have traded MNQ off the open. And here's what I learned today from my friend Russell about why I should have traded MNQ. Look at the starting point on the daily. MNQ is starting much closer to all-time highs. It's starting in a much better position. Whereas MES, it's starting way down here. There's been a lot more bearish pressure. So MNQ relative to MES, it has more strength. Like this, I mean, it had a good day. It went up 25 points. But MNQ went up, I'm saying that weird. MNQ went up from 600 to 800 points. Okay, MNQ had a really good day. And in the first 35 minutes, it pushed up like 150, damn near. So the move today, what I should have done was I should have traded MNQ. But even MES, I just wasn't trading confidently. I wasn't trading very good. I was expecting this gap to close, and the reality is, gap closing, most of the time when it gaps, it goes. It doesn't close the gap most of the time on days like today. I'm not saying this gap won't close. I think there's a good chance this gap may close in the next 2 days because approximately 70% of gaps close within 72 hours. The gaps that don't close, though, are when it's trending up, right? It's supported by the daily, it's supported by the hourly. Those are the gaps that have less likely chance of going. So we had a pullback. And I got short like an idiot, but I thought, okay, it's going to start closing, and then I quickly got out because I said, okay, this is dumb. It's been very bullish. I don't want to go shorts unless it like consolidates near the bottom. And then we push back up again, and then we come back down, and it's like, okay, this is a flag. Okay, this is a flag. I should have treated this as a flag. I treated it as a range, and I don't want to trade inside that, but I should have said, okay, we have very bullish momentum. This is just consolidating. It's going to be some sideways action. Look to get in on stuff like this. So I should have bought in on bar 18, bar 19, bar 20. Then now it's moving up. It's like, okay, that looks really good. That's a bar closing at its highs. Another consolidation bar. You could have got in there. Up, consolidate, up, consolidate. That doesn't look that good, but no need to panic. Push up. Oh, and it pushes up again. Consolidate, and yeah, the rest of it is just it's a slow drift up, but it basically does range for the rest of the day. And that's kind of how a lot of these days work. They go up, they push up, they make their move up, and then they just kind of chill for the rest of the day and range. And I wouldn't be surprised if this range continued tomorrow, but I won't be trading. Let's move this box up. I'm not going to be trading inside this tomorrow. I'm going to draw this out to the right, and I'm going to be very careful inside this. So I missed out. It sucks to miss out. I'm bummed about it, especially after my really good day Monday. Ended up losing $115. I was only down like $60, but then I did some dumb stuff in here. I tried to short, and I lost. Why did I try to short? Because the EMAs were crossing over. I thought maybe it would make a run at trying to close this gap down here, but that's very unlikely on a day like today. The likelihood is it's just going to range, so that added like $50 to my loss, so I ended up losing $115. That stinks. I'm not happy about that. A lot of work to do. I should have stayed long in here. I should have said, okay, I missed out on this big move. I should have been in MNQ. That's not going to happen again. Next time I'll trade the stock or the futures contract with relative strength. I just have to choose between MES or MNQ. But MES has less relative strength than MNQ, so I should have traded that. But even still, this second leg from MES was much bigger than MNQ's second leg. MNQ's first leg was boom, powerful, flagged, slow, gentle, second move up. MES's first move, slow, gentle, not that good up, doesn't pop really, flags, and then we get a nice, well, like I would say a better move. Like this second measured move is bigger than this first measured move. So yeah, should have got long on bar 18, bar 19, bar 20. You could have targeted. You could have just targeted here, and that would have been like 5 or 6 points. This could have been the first take profit, the support or the resistance too, but you could have targeted a little bit beyond that too. You know. So bummed out. This stinks. But I gotta just keep having patience. I gotta keep waiting. Unlucky stop out here on the first bar. Got the right idea, went going long again, but I should have held longer. I should have held up to, here, bar 9 close, or like right near the resistance to pivot, and then should have looked to get back in, because look at these EMAs are still very far apart. The 9, it caught up to the 9, it nestled in, it made like a little cup and handle, this is just a great flag pattern, and you get your second measured move up, and I should have captured that, and I'm bummed I didn't, and it would have taken, an hour to hold this trade for an hour, hold this trade for 30, 40 minutes, 1, 2, done for the day. It's a good day, but I missed out. Oh well, it happens. Got to be better next time. I will be better next time. I learned the lesson about relative strength. Thank you, Russell. And I know I shouldn't have shorted in here, even though we had our EMA cross. But I wasn't thinking that logically, and I did not lose that much. So that's good too. I'm protecting my capital decently well, but obviously, on these outside days, these are the days that we don't want to miss out on, that we rely on to give us our big gains. And important lesson about relative strength. Look at, MES on Monday, big push down. Whereas MNQ was mostly inside the prior day bar, MNQ's price action was not as clear. MES had the bigger relative move. So that was smart of me to see that relative strength. I knew it intuitively, but now I can actually kind of quantify it and pay attention to it better. Today, MNQ has better relative strength to the upside. We should have got along that. And on this flag pattern, definitely should have taken the flag pattern along and just held for an hour or two. So that does it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you at the next video. Peace.